The world is coming to life. And so does a small town, EMANCIPATION, located at the foot of the Throgmorton, one of the more hidden and unknown parts of the 5th region. It's often said that it lies and caresses the border between two nations, where tensions have recently escalated. They are not known for anything at all except a big battle that around the 13th century, after the Great Fall, is said to have decided the fate of the Vikings. If so, it proves they were here before Pomerol, the man who discovered the region. Historians have not acknowledged this as fact. Nobody has actually found proof. But for those who live here, it's something that shaped them into what they are today. People here are unaccustomed to outsiders. They do not like strangers. Although the inhabitants are of different beliefs and cultures, they don't get along at all. Their stubbornness keeps the peace, and with it all strangers at bay. And it's rare for anyone to come to these parts. It should be avoided at all costs. But here we are, fools jumping into the unknown. Not all of us though. One wants to have his important name and legacy. And me? Well, I'm just in for the ride. And of course, the treasure at the foot of the mountain. These Vikings sure didn't come empty-handed. The inhabitants are used to nothing happening. Unfortunately, a lot is happening today. You can feel that something is disturbing the peace. It's in the air. Rumors are going around of an interrupted transport in the middle of the wilderness. 2 prison guards shipwrecked and staying overnight. And with them, they have one of the most dangerous prisoners in the free world. Shipwreck of the Maharaban Bay coast, decomposed, captured, and now it's way back to the Unified Federates, where he belongs. The local police are not comfortable with the outsiders and their problems. They are accommodating but hardly welcoming. They have enough problems at the border, which is right outside their doorstep. They want this overnight stay over with, without any problems. But already another gang arrived, a mixture of people from all the different regions. They pretend to be tourists, those who usually shine with their absence. The locals are noticeably suspicious. They don't look like tourists. Noticed them days ago, and they notice us too. We're equipped to climb the mighty Throgmorton, one of the last unexplored of its kind. It's been avoided climbing as it's hardly known to exist. We were aware that this particular mountain is the one to explore. A conscious choice of a man with a strong will, the mind behind this whole project. The elderly have always claimed that nothing good would come from trying to reach the higher peaks. There are things in the order that shouldn't be disturbed. The mountain air is cleaner and it would be enjoyable under other circumstances. Regardless of the situation, 3 outcasts went on in the wee hours. Clear that the townspeople wouldn't approve. We knew our lives would be in danger, so we left when everyone was asleep. For one of us, several lifelong waits have finally come to an end. After all the research, everyone he interviewed, examined, everything has brought him here. The center of the whirlwind he managed to curb. He is Jollikite's specter, and this is his nirvana, his long-lived passion. The research, in turn, lacked resources and more will. Some of those who came to the rescue were the Astor family. who had the financial strength to be able to carry out the research and expeditions. One of the older sons in the family, the one who wasn't afraid to get his hands dirty. Astor Inc. was happy to cover the costs, only if he was with us all the way. It was just a sneaky way to get rid of him, if you ask me. He's kind of an annoying little prick. A couple of years ago, Jolikai sought me out and offered me a job as his assistant. I lived a challenging life with different ways to get rich quick. Without any wealth in sight, I blindly agreed to assist Jolikai in his research, a research that's mainly fuzzy. Now I'm standing here, staring at the world. Have I finally reached my goal and the possible treasure that awaits with it? The view takes my breath away. Before I ever had a meaning in my life, there was a big void inside me, as if something was missing, and it was as if Jolikai knew about it when he came to me. With him, I knew there would be meaning in life. Now finally, I'll get rich and recognized. Hey Rain Man, help us out here. How's the old man? He flatlined yet? Think you already know there's nothing that can break this old body. My soul has all the scars. This may be the last thing I do in life. Then let it be outstanding. Well, your obsession has failed us before. This obsession of mine will make everybody rich, Mr. Astor. The common goal is to change the world forever, together. This is your last chance to change the world, and your time is running out pretty fast. It's here. I can feel it. The answer to everything. My journey is finally over, gentlemen. If we survive on the way back to the village, then we just made history. A day of vanity, Mr. Astor. If I did not misinterpret the tone of your voice, it would put it mildly. The name Astor will forever be associated with this day. It does not look very inviting. The question I have now is whether we really should go in. Who knows what creepy dangers awaits in there. I'm afraid of spiders. You guys know that, right? And short people. I'm really scared of small guys. We have to keep on moving. It's late, and the cold hits harder the longer we stand here. Damn, that was the longest sentence you retard has said on the entire trip. But you might be right. Maybe best to catch your breath. The old man is miserable, and I'm not a youngster either. How about camping here first? You want to camp here? Do you know how fast the temperature drops up here? I hate to say this, but you've got a disease called gold fever. Why don't you stay here then? You'll be a popsicle when we come back for you. So, old man, what's the answer you so earnestly longed for? Then it's a question with many answers, Mr. Astor, and all of them are equally difficult to answer without the right knowledge. I'm not saying you do not have it, but rather that you lack a certain acceptance. My young assistant, Musket, has taken part in my research and has always seen this as something more or less made up. He's sure the people I have talked to are suffering from some kind of a disorder, but I can't understand how he think. If I had not experienced it myself, I probably would have thought so too. Of course it's okay to doubt. For me, truth have come to light. That is the difference between us. This knowledge has led me to this place. What more evidence is needed to assume that my research is not fact? It is only fact. So what are you saying? People remember their past differently? Elegantly put, Mr. Astor. Hey kids, if I'm reading this correctly, then this is how the wall opens just by pushing. Holy, it's all built into the mountain itself. That means we could be walking into a maze. Who knows how big it is in here? We'll get lost here. It smells like someone died in here. Just remember, I suggested resting and reflecting. Too late for that now. We can't turn around now. We have managed to find something hidden from humanity. But why hide this? The darkness almost hurts the eyes. We'll probably kill ourselves walking around in here. You go first, old friend. You're not only old, but also real cowards. Your retarded assistant, I have noticed, knows the art of being sarcastic. Someday it will give him a hell of a lot of trouble. What is it? It's them. The ones who came before us. Maybe even our forefathers. I never expected anything like this. Isn't it a little wrongly proportioned to be our ancestor? A bit long, maybe? I believe humans have had many different relatives throughout history. Many we never knew about. I think he meant wrong proportion, because just like himself, it has no penis. Is that the first thing you were looking at, retard? Most impressive, a well-hidden secret. It is as if it consciously lacks a face. Wherever it is, it seems that it is doomed to be forgotten forever. Or is it one of the ancient gods who once walked this earth? Or maybe it's just a statue standing there to scare away the visitors. Just because farmers use scarecrows, they don't make them in their image. But can you two just keep it down? Once again, your guess does not seem so far from the truth, Mr. Astor. Perhaps the easiest answers are the ones we should take to the heart. And everything doesn't have to be surrounded by mystery or an escape from reality because it is a logical explanation for you. Is it still an escape from reality when reality closes all doors? I believe not. Maybe things are not like they used to be. Maybe it is about time that we throw logic out the window. There. Did you feel that? There's something moving. The physical laws have been degraded, my friend. If you could just be a little quiet. Do you not hear the rumble? It's like the floor is moving. Wait, we need to move. Musket, what is it? The floor is giving in.